Hi and welcome to Another Gamers. The game today we're going to play is Wanderlust Rebirth. You can find this as part of the IndieFort bundle. Complete descriptions about the game and the developers behind it can be found in the description below. Okay, let's get on with it. Okay, this game, I've already had a little playthrough of this, so I'm going to go through, create a new character and show you through the tutorial process. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off and create a profile and just go from the start. Okay, so we're going to call our profile Another Gamers. Okay, we'll start off with a new character. Now, the characters, you've got a choice of a number. You've got 4 basic classes: Fighter, Alchemist, Cleric and Elementalist, and you both have male and female versions of each of them. What we're going to do is we're going to pick the Elementalist male. Okay, and for this I'm going to do a little bit of doing the voices so we can hear as things go along. My name is Gregan. What is your name? So we're going to need to pick a name for our character. What we're going to do is we're going to call our character Cheese. My name is Cheese. Well met, Cheese! Welcome to the world of Wanderlust! Yes, the characters in this game have a tendency to talk with exclamation marks at the end of every single sentence, so they're really enthusiastic about talking, and this will start to show through the game as you read the dialogue and follow along with me. Now we're going to start off in the tutorial. The tutorial gives you a good way of easing into the game before you actually get into the main story. It will lead you through all the bits that you need to know in order to play. Now, press E to get the next hint, and the hint appears at the top of the screen and just tells you a little bit about what to do. Okay, and when you're ready, you press the E again and it gets the next part. Welcome to the Wanderlust tutorial! Here, we help all the noobs become the chosen one! If you make it through the tutorial live, we'll get you one of the best weapons of the game! We promise! First, move up to the locked door with the WASD keys and press space after you touch the door. Again, always with the exclamation marks, but it's a little funny thing to go through. So what we do is we can use the WASDs just to move around, and we can see the character moves along with us. Now, unfortunately, it's all just on the 4-axis. There's no diagonal movement, so it's all just straightforward. Now, as you can see, we also have the mouse cursor, and we'll just get up to this door, and you've got to position yourself just right, and you see this little button that appears. It's just showing you that you can now interact with the object, and you interact with the object by pressing space. Now this brings up that we need to get the next hint. Watch out for the deadly barrel enemy in the next room. Carefully aim for a fireball headshot with the mouse and kill it with the left mouse button. Again, exclamation marks, but this time capitalization shouting. It's really getting detailed in this. So, we'll move into the room and we'll have a little look around and we'll shoot off our fireball. We blew up the little barrel and that's letting us know for the next hint. In the next room there's a big treasure chest. Who doesn't love big chests? Question mark, exclamation mark. How are you meant to pronounce that? It's a question and a statement at the same time. Chests! Raised voice with also raised at the end. Not too sure, but we'll have fun trying to figure this out. Let's go see what's in it. Remember to touch the chest and press space to open it. Okay, we'll get ourselves up. And as you can see, the chest was shone on a great big beam of light. And it's letting us know with that little button symbol to open up the chest. Whoa! Tons of money! But where did I put that super weapon? Okay, let's move on! Next room! I'll have a little shoot and see if we can destroy anything. No? There's nothing else we can destroy in here. It's a shame because they're starting to annoy me. I want to burn this place down, but it won't let me. So we'll just have to carry on with the story and hope we can burn the place down later. Littering is bad! Let's pick up all those items! I'll unlock the door when there are no items left on the floor! Hey! That rhymes! When playing with other players, don't worry about sharing. All the players get their own items to pick up. So enthusiastic throughout the entire game. I mean, you wonder how they maintain this level. I mean, at the end of the day, your voice is going to be absolute hoarse. Okay, so we're up to the next section, and we can move through. And as you can see, this is starting to show us a little bit more environments, or like what the dirt and grass is going to be. You can look at the items you pick up in your items menu by pressing the I. So we do that, and it shows us a list of what we've got. Open up your items inventory now, and I'll show you how to equip your training weapon. Use the WSD to select the red items. So as you can see, as we go through, we've got a selection of different items. And the one at the top in red is our training weapon. So what we do that. Now if you just tap the space button, the menu screen appears for a moment then disappears. So you need to press it and hold down the space bar. And then you get an option between equipping it, move and swap, and cancelling your action. But we want to press up and equip. And conversely, if we put our cursor over it, we can unequip it or cancel attempting to try and do anything about it. Okay, and we press I to exit out again. Okay, exit your items menu by pressing I again. Let's go to the next room. So we'll wander up to the door. And it looks like, ooh, could we have some fight in this area? We'll find out. Each character type in Wanderlust Rebirth plays very different from one another. Let me give you a tip on the class you have chosen. Now, one of the nice things about this game is during the tutorial phase, it does give you a little bit of different information depending on what character class you take. So it helps you get used to your character, and so you can prepare for when you actually get into the main storyline. The key to being a great elementalist is to stay away from enemies. Elementalists cannot block. So that means you're unable to defend yourself in melee range. So you have to use your spells to deal with them at distance. And that's why you shoot out this little fireball. You may have two different spells hotkeyed at the same time. Holding the shift will swap the hotkey so you can cast the second spell. Let's see what we've got. And we seem to have a little cold effect in our spot. Try and kill the slime boss in the next room. Remember, the shift key will swap your spells while the left mouse is used to cast them. Okay, so we need to head up to our door and we'll see what our first boss is like. Now, as you can see, a small little green slime and it's currently chasing us. So, right, what we'll do is try and attack it. Now, as you can see, the combat in this game is completely in real time. It's not turn-based. Notice that when this enemy died, it left something behind. That is a soul orb. Soul orbs revitalize your whole team when somebody touches them. Enemy leaders have a crown above their heads. They are stronger and able to attack multiple times in a row. Let me show how to change your spell hotkeys. You start by holding down the right mouse button. So we hold down the right mouse button and it can show us what we can do. So let me just press E so we can see the next bit. Now let's change that first hotkey to a shock spell. Whilst continuing to hold down the right mouse button, hold the left mouse button on that rune that resembles an S. You see this just down here? That's the S symbol. So we hold that down. Now we need to drag over to the energy symbol, and that's straight up. Unfortunately, I just missed there, but if I let go, start again, you don't actually have to go straight up, you just have to touch the actual symbol. So there we go, we'll touch the symbol. If you make a mistake, let go of the mouse buttons and try again. If you've done this properly, a coloured line connects the two runes, and yes it has. So, now release the mouse buttons and try to use your shock spell. So, release the mouse button. As you can see over here, the symbol has changed from a little fireball to a little electrical symbol. So now we let go of all the mouse buttons. As you can see, we now fire a cute little electricity bolt. So, we'll head up to the next door, try and just get in there and go through. There's now a chest. Aha! There's the super weapon I promised you! Pick up that blueprint and let's craft it! So, we go over to the craft, And as you can remember, we use the WS keys to go over the item, and we can see that this is called Lofton's Firebrand. It gives lots of damage, total looks like a total of plus 50, and also Fire Strike. It needs quite a few different items. It looks like there's a weapon symbol, 3 of those little blue weapons down there, skulls and garnets. So, what we want to do is hold the mouse button down and we go to the craft as we did, and now we need to go through and select what it is we need to use. And it was asking for the skulls, so we click space on it, the garnet, and the 3 different weapons, all the big blue weapons, and then it asks if we want to craft Lofton's Firebrand, which we do. So it now gives us the new weapon. So holding down space, we equip our new weapon, and then we can press I to exit, and then we can move on to the next area. Now just one challenge remains. Kill the demon in the next room and you're ready to take on the rest of the game. Again, they're so enthusiastic when they talk. Always interesting. And there's the demon. This is a little cute little creature floating around there. And we'll go try and take him on. Whoa! We just tried to hit him with one of our spells and we got obliterated. Whoa! He hit your weak point for massive damage! Ouch! Well, I suppose I'll let you out of here. Now? It's funny sometimes to get the grammar a little bit wrong, so if you're actually reading it out, some of your pauses are not exactly in the right place. Good luck with the dangerous worlds of Wanderlust Rebirth! Stay away from demons! Yeah, I think I'll be staying away from demons, and if people talk like that, I might be staying away from people too. And here's our first actual NPC we've got to talk with. Gregim, you made it! Too bad you weren't strong enough to get past the last enemy! No! And as you can see, just over here, is the little number 9. And the press that lets us know that there's actually 9 pages of conversation for us to go through, so we can go. So it lets us know how long things are going to take. A way to improve your character in Wanderlust, other than finding and crafting new items, is earning character points, CP. CP is earned by completing chapters. Each time you improve your chapter rating over your previous best score, you earn even more CP! Oh, and before I forget, if you earn a chapter rating with 100%, then you earn a gold star rating, which awards 100 CP for the chapter! One final thing you should know about chapter ratings is on normal difficulty, you earn chapter ratings for when you play 1 to 2 players and 3 to 4 players separately. This gives you an opportunity to earn more CP if you try and challenge yourself to play with less players. Well, this concludes the tutorial. Let's head back to the caravan in-game lobby. When we get there, you will have the opportunity to distribute some character points before you begin your adventures. Also, if you want to reassign all of your CP, talk to me and select Respect Current Character. After you've finished distributing your character points, talk to me again and start a single player game or join other games. And so, once we finish the conversation, we move on to our character specking. And as you can see, we get a few different basic stats. Toughness, endurance, and focus. Toughness represents the amount of hit points that you have. Endurance is the special points, your ability to cast spells, and focus is how quickly you regenerate them. So, for instance, for the Elementalist, we'll be casting lots of spells. These spells use up the special points. Now, if we use too many in quick succession, we won't be able to cast spells for a while. So, having a higher endurance means you can continue to cast the spells for longer, whereas focus means you can regenerate them a lot faster. Now, also, you got down here, how we actually created the shock spell was to use energy and evoke. Now, we could use our character points in order to increase this, so we could potentially have better spells in that area. And also, as you can see here, one final thing, Soul Charge. The Soul Charge is a unique ability to each character class. Now, when you gain enough momentum in the game, this is by continuing to damage your opponents without taking any damage yourself, or little damage, you unlock your Soul Charge ability. And then you could use this, in the case of the Elementalist, to do Frozen Tempest, which damages all enemies over time whilst freezing them. So it can turn the tide of a battle, especially when things are going quite badly. So considering how many points we got, what we're going to do is we're just going to increase our ability to evoke, and then that's it. Now, unfortunately, what you have to do, it doesn't matter that it tells you, you need to press the escape key to get out of that. And now we're inside the in-game lobby, and we can just take a little wander around, but there's not exactly a lot to see. Now over here, you've got items which you can store and put into or keep out of stash, and then you've got Gregin who you can speak to get to other areas of the game. Ready to find some other adventurers? Now, in here, you can type in your Reflect account. Then, if you haven't got one, you'll need to log online and create one. If you do already, you can put in your details here. I think that's my details. Yes. Here you go. You can join multiplayer games, do single player games. You can host your own game. Also gamble as you pick up money. You're able to use those gamble tokens in order to attempt to pick up new items. Change the name of your character, respec your current character, and also it goes through a little bit of different setups. But what we're going to do is we're going to just go out of this, talk to the guy. We want to look at the single player game and just have a quick look at the story. Now what we did is we completed the prologue, and it's showing us the rest of the different chapters that we can do for 1 to 2 players. And as you can see, we haven't done any more. So overall, the game is fun. You get the option to play online multiplayer with up to 3 other people. It's well polished. The action works very well. It's simple, but yet there is strategy elements to it. And so overall, as part of the IndieFort bundle, this game is definitely worth it. You should go check it out and find out more about it. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. See you next time.